I'm bad, and that's good. I will never be good, and that's not bad. There's no one I'd rather be than me.
So there's this argument running around that if we ban all the guns, they will eventually disappear, right? Dry up the pool, they call it. This is a 3D printed gun. There is absolutely nothing on here that you cannot pick up at a hardware store all by yourself. I'm going to ask the obvious and stupid question. What are you going to do to stop this? How do you prevent this from happening? All right. Please, by all means, tell me. This is actually very low-end quality, tech, capability, etc. There was a car parts factory in New Jersey back in the late 70s or early 80s where they were producing submachine guns. Now, exactly what they were producing is a little bit of a question. When I was little, they said Uzis. Well, looking back, I suspect that that might have been a Mac 10 variant, something of that nature. And they were strictly automatic. There was no select fire capability, but they supposedly had a stock. Now, bear in mind, I'm 2, 3, maybe 4 at the time. So, of course, I don't really know what I'm looking at. All right, Bugs Bunny was as much as I understood about guns at that point in my life. Yeah, I mean, it's the truth, so what do you want me to say? But I seem to recall is something that had something like a stock on it. Regardless, they were producing these really higher end quality guns. Now, I did something a little novel in the 2A community. I went looking for the history of this incident. I actually reached out to the ATF, and their historian's office said that yes, there had been a bust of a clandestine gun factory many years earlier. They gave me a year. It was 78 was the year they gave me. I think it was 78. And okay, great. Good. Thank you for the information. There was not a whole lot of other information, partially because a lot of those records were destroyed years later. It was more like a single paragraph of multiple boxes of information, right? That's what the ATF historian's office sent me, at least. I assume that the records were destroyed because we're talking about 30 years ago, 40 years ago at that point. Either way, with that kind of capability, an auto parts factory, you can most definitely produce something that blows the quality of that completely away. Right? That's good for 100, 150 rounds, no problem. Anything above 1,000, and I don't suspect that it would be lasting much longer. But 100, 150 rounds shouldn't be a big problem. So, moms demand blood money. Every town for murder. All you others out there. Tell me what you're going to do to prevent this from happening. I'd like to hear it.
The gun has played a critical role in history, an invention which has been praised and denounced, served hero and villain alike, and carries with it moral responsibility. To understand the gun is to better understand history.
Go home! Go home! Bye-bye.